it's our fascination with flight, the elegance and majesty with which they seemingly without effort glide through the air. Well, there will be plenty of effort in this one because when two birds get together and start clawing at each other, feathers are bound to fly. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Iowa State Cyclones, taking on another team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cyclones will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So South Carolina's offense will get the football first. Jesse, we don't get many of these types of runners anymore, it seems, but this offense is built around a guy who can carry the ball 30, 40 times if they need it.
And he is every defensive coordinator at time with this guy before he's going to break the long one. He has incredible vision. He can cut. And it's the game-breaking speed, David, that makes him truly unique.
Yeah, and he sets the tone, man. More guys are going to be committed to stopping him in the run game. It sets the tone for the offense. It opens up everything else. It starts and ends with him.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out through the 25. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cyclones offense will have its first possession of the game. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game.
There he goes. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Cyclones headed quickly to the line. They're going to ride this running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He'll do it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa State.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking for room. It's Lee. Sweet cut there. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Panthers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Impressive, to say the least. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
To the air, it's Overton. Fires it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
From the gun, running back on the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Iowa State sending the offense back out. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Catch in the middle, it's Lee. At the 20, he's got space. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll give it to the back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Iowa State! Fitted in the window for the score.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Overton. Working the big fella to the corner. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Sands. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to go up top. And he makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking downfield, it's Overton. Uncorks it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look.
Breaks into the open. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? Use the play fake, now to throw. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Cyclones! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Overton. Shoots it to the left. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. And then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out when he falls to the ground.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a tight end. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. The give to the back. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run it.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've gotten really productive play from their quarterback as well. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Fighting off the defender. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Overton. That's caught. It's Sands. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
And you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never gonna be a cornerback. That's not gonna happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm gonna go attack and make some plays.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Got the first down and more. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Iowa State.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air, it's Overton. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Going deep. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cyclones now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Quarterback on the keeper. Hard running there. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Cyclones will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO.
Fires toward the end zone. He makes a grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up. Caught in the backfield. It's Sanders. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up by 21 over Vanderbilt. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, the offense trying to be aggressive. They're throwing the go ball down the sideline. Just a better job in coverage defensively forces the incomplete.
Working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Gets it to the back. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Cyclones line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Gonna let it fly, and he throws another interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down, or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have two left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Quickly out to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game, but it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Lee. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Quick release by the QB. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. And the Cyclones have this offense rolling. The corners are walked up tight. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Cyclones! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
42, South Carolina, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now, because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Going over the top. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Looking for a man. It's Overton. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off play action on first down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. That's the end of the period, and Iowa State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Turns it loose deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And now they'll have to dial something up on third down after the incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Scanning the field, it's Overton. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Got it in the middle. It's Stein. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
To the air on first down. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
It's been that kind of day for this offense. They just simply have not been able to execute. They haven't been able to put points up on the board because of plays like that, because of drops.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Cyclones can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd